unpredictable series where neither team had won 2 games in a row. If there was an intangible edge, it belonged to Toronto, whose hunger to succeed may have outweighed the desire of the Knicks. Raptors-Knicks Game 5 of the 2001 Eastern Conference first round, next.
This building rocking with the introduction of Marcus Camby. Obviously, everyone, at least leaving the orange, blue, and white, well aware of the significance of a big game from Marcus Camby. For more of the Knicks situation, let's go over to Al Traveling. Al?
Well, Marv, the Knicks are certainly hoping they can do for Marcus Camby what Charles Oakley did for Vince Carter. You can argue all you want about what exactly Charles Oakley said, but the results were all there in Game 4. Verbally pushed, he turned into a monster, scoring 32. Now, the Knicks are a jump shooting team. On a great night, they're going to miss half their shots. That means a lot of rebounds are always available. And the Knicks, in that regard, need Marcus Camby. And so, to a man, all the players have gone on record prior to this Game 5 that Marcus has got to step up. He looked very energized during that welcoming introduction, and the garden is juiced, to say the least. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Al. The officials, Steve Jabby, Bennett Salvatore, and Ed F. Rush. The Knicks and the Raptors in this fifth and final game. And you look back, Clyde, the Knicks record in deciding Game 5 is not that would necessarily apply to tonight, but there is a successful run. They're 6-0 in deciding Game 5s, and this is the third time in 4 years that the Knicks are facing a deciding Game 5. When you talk about recent history, it does have significance because there are still players from those recent ball clubs that will be on the floor here tonight.
Right, and conversely, the Raptors, of course, are in unknown territory. They haven't been here last season, swept by these Knicks. So this would be a big boost for their franchise if they could come away with a victory tonight.
And an early chant of "Let's go Knicks."
And what the Raptors want to do is take this crowd out of the game. And they do that by coming out playing very consistent basketball, not playing catch-up. And that will minimize their chances of losing this game and keep the Garden crowd somewhat silent tonight.
And you see the new look for Mark Jackson. I asked Mark, is this a statement? He said, it's war. Whatever it takes, Clyde.
And he's got to get on Childs, so it will be war for him. And there's another war battle right there, Spree and Carter.
Allen Houston trying to shake off Alvin Williams. Here's Camby. Yes! Marcus Camby hitting on his first field goal attempt.
And that's significant right there. Energizing Camby probably as well as the crowd.
Only played by Camby.
Crowd wants defense. The Knicks did not have that in Toronto. They gave up 100 points.
And Vince Carter too strong with his first attempt.
See, the Knicks always methodical to start the game.
And Camby again.
Oh, that time a brick off the glass.
Marcus trying to pull a Willis Reed, hitting on his first 2 shots, although I would think he's hoping to play a bit longer than Willis did back in 1970, as Charles Oakley is able to convert, and the game is tied at 2.
That silenced the crowd. Houston is the man. He's been phenomenal with his shooting from uptown, downtown. Has not missed from the free throw line.
Wednesday night, 9 of 13, 27 points. Jackson working his way on Childs.
Yeah, good D by Childs.
And the foul against the Knicks. It's a loose ball foul on Camby.
Oakley doing a good job denying Camby the rebound after Childs made Jackson put up a wild shot.
See the headbands, the Raptor purple, unifying factor, although everyone not wearing the headband. Antonio Davis, I see, not. Alvin Williams is not.
Carter's not superstitious. Oakley, deja vu. Carter had on the long white socks the previous game. Now he has on the short black ones.
Mark Jackson said they're Charlotte Hornet wannabes. The Hornets are wearing the headbands to unify. Nice pass from Camby. Very much into it here at the start. Good setup for Thomas. The game is tied at 4.
Canby can ill afford another foul, though. Has a propensity for getting early fouls. Oakley uncontested.
Thomas on the rebound. We're just underway here at the Garden. Jackson calling out the play.
And that's his number 1.
Try to give it up, though, to Canby.
Oakley's omnipresent like Canby. He's been a focal point to start the game. See, they're taking Carter out of it with the triple team that time.
Childs from way downtown. Chris Childs, who comes off a playoff career high 25 points, hitting 4 of 5 from three-point range, is now 8 of 15 from downtown in this series.
Childs exuding a lot of confidence, not hesitating on the previous shot from downtown.
Hacking foul on Alvin Williams, and the Knicks well aware that Childs has played well in big games. You look back at the Miami series last year, came up with an enormous game, particularly down the stretch.
Yep, always does a superb job on the defense, but now his offense also very prevalent.
Game 7 last year, 13 points in the second half against the Heat. Shot clock at 5. Sprewell for 3. Yes. And the game is tied at 7.
Carter, good defensive effort that time, right in free space, but in vain.
Sprewell just 1 for 10 from three-point land in the series. Jackson took it away from Childs. Here's Jackson. Mark Jackson with the steal and the bucket. The Knicks now lead 9-7.
Jackson igniting the crowd now.
Mark using his entire inspirational arsenal early to try to get himself going and the team. Foul is called on Thomas.
Thomas allowing AD to go along the baseline. So AD to shoot 2. Let's look at Mark Jackson. Good sleight of hand right there, stripping Childs. Action Jackson doing a nice job at 6'3", swooping to the hoop. Then igniting the crowd. But it's a nice quickness by Jackson to get back.
Antonio Davis, who has improved. He's now at the line. He's now 75% free throw shooter, but not able to hit the first.
And that's the difference in the Knicks being a very dominant home team. The disparity in free throw shooting. And you see right there, AD missing 2. The Knicks is superb, of course, the best free throw shooting team during the regular season.
Jackson behind the back to Thomas, off the fake. Foul is called. Basketball not count. Foul before the shot attempt on Davis.
But I like what Thomas did. He's taking the shot that he wanted and not the one that defense is dictating. Good high screen.
Yeah, Carter all over Sprewell.
Good D by Carter, biting up the screen, denying him right there.
Canby off the spin.
Canby's thinking while he's shooting now. Made his first shot. You would think that would give him confidence, but he's missed his last 2.
Carter, quick release by Vince Carter to tie the game at 9, and that's his first field goal.
Carter that time 12 feet away along the baseline, fallback shot, no double team on that play.
Vince came into game 4 shooting 30% over the first 3, and then broke out with 32. Nice move by Sprewell. Knicks wanted a goaltend off that block by Davis. Davis not able to finish. Here's Davis again. Offensive foul. That's a charge.
So superb effort by Davis. Let's take a look at the shot. Looked like a goaltend. Right there on the way up. No foul, no goaltend call. Davis showing versatility, 6'9", 230. Filling the lane, misses the shot. Oakley to Karam. And then Davis charged with the traveling violation. Actually, charging violation as Canby denied him right there along the baseline.
Second foul on Antonio Davis. He will sit down, replaced by Keon Clark.
And that could be crucial for the Raptors. Davis has been one of their most consistent players.
Keon Clark gives a different look, very active, looks to block shots.
Rebound, but not much of an offensive threat is Clark.
5 minutes gone by in this first quarter. The game tied at 9.
Carter feeling it now.
Oh, Vince Carter from way downtown, and it's a 12-9 Raptor lead.
Carter has that look. 2 consecutive hoops now for him.
Jackson again working on Childs. Sprewell called for steps.
Carter doing an excellent job harassing Spree. Just bodying up to him when he dribbles, that time forcing a turnover, so the Raptors will bring it up.
Clyde, you look at a game like this, Vince Carter taking so much criticism, particularly from his teammate Charles Oakley. Did respond in game 4, but can he do it in a 5th of deciding game? Clock is stripped by Camby.
Not a good effort by Camby. Should have gotten the ball to the middle of the court.
Houston draws the foul. But for Vince Carter, and it's early in his career, if you think back to the early struggles of Michael Jordan, when he did not have the surrounding parts with the Chicago Bulls. There's the strip by Camby, and it's Carter with the nice pass. But Camby came up with it. Could be a career-defining game in terms of early career for Vince Carter, how he does respond tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And so far, so good. He's made the last 5 points for the Raptors. Allen Houston, folks, has been magnificent from the free throw line.
He is now 22 for 22 in this playoff series at the line.
Yeah, second best shooter in the regular season behind Reggie Miller, 90%.
Raptors by 1. We're halfway through this first quarter.
And they're featuring Carter early on.
Alvin Williams fouled by Allen Houston.
And you see the nerves now of both teams. Ill-advised fouls, so Williams to shoot 2.
Chris Childs having a stellar playoff against his former team. He's averaging better than 12 points per game. He had a playoff career high 25 this past Wednesday. Opens up here on the first quarter by hitting from long range. This from way downtown. You'll see Childs popping as Toronto is able to swing the ball effectively. And Chris Childs, as we mentioned, no stranger to playing well in the playoffs. Flashback to Game 5 in Miami last year. Childs at one stretch, 10 unanswered points, finished with 15 for the game as the Knicks beat the Heat 83-82.
And Childs replaced the rookie Morris Peterson in the lineup in the second game here at the Garden. Peterson was feeling the playoff pressure, so Childs inserted into the lineup, getting tangible results from him.
Alvin Williams at the line. He's played well in this series. Mo Peterson took over as a starter midway through the season and played well. Good-looking rookie out of Michigan State. Mo said the other day, very honestly, he was taken aback by the heightened intensity of his first playoff appearance.
Yep, a little faster pace.
As Houston makes his move, a foul is called, and that's number 2 on Allen Houston.
The previous one was a reach-in foul on Williams, and now Williams using the baseline nicely. That's how you utilize the baseline as an extra man. No question about that foul. A blatant charging foul right there. Look at Houston using the shoulder, the elbow. So now for the Raptors, AD on the bench, and now Houston for the Knicks.
And Glenn Rice has checked in. Glenn coming off an 8 for 16, 19 points. Sprewell picks up the foul. Glenn Rice has come on the last couple of games. Game 3 went 31 minutes. See the minutes up. He was not happy about the playing time earlier in the series. Vince Carter off to an excellent start, and the Raptors lead at 16-11.
Carter eluding the double team that time along the baseline, showing good quickness and a deft touch to get that ball in, swishing it in.
9-2 run for Toronto. Carter is 3 for 4. He has 7 points. Here's Jackson for 3. Camby keeps it alive. And last touch by Camby.
And this is the start the Raptors wanted. Again, they've taken the Garden crowd out of the game. Also, the Knicks very tentative now.
5 minutes left in the first. And the Raptors up by 5.
Curl play for Williams.
So the ball back to the Knicks.
That time Williams did not square up to the basket, kind of shooting across his body, rushing that shot.
The Knicks have a front line of Camby, Rice, and Thomas, and the Knicks need more from Kurt Thomas, who's been quiet the last 2 games.
Yeah, 8 and 9 points respectively for Thomas. Also got his shot blocked in the previous game. Looked like he was a little fatigued out there.
Camby taking it to the rim. And Marcus has opened up very active. This is the best that we've seen him since back in game 1.
Yeah, and a good ESP between Camby and Jackson, so that was an easy opportunity for Camby.
Childs being played by Rice. Shot clock is down to 2. And an offensive foul on the Raptors on Childs.
It looks like this is good. Watch Carter's Sprewell. Oh, that should have been a foul there.
Well, they call it now, they say a change. It's on Carter, not Childs.
Yeah. Carter definitely shoving Spree out of the way.
Raptors 16, Knicks 13 as we come up on 4 minutes remaining in the first.
It's been a half-court game. The Knicks starting to percolate now.
Thomas from Jackson, 1 point Raptor lead.
Without Antonio Davis, the Knicks starting to prosper in the paint.
Keon Clark being played by Kurt Thomas. Jackson over to double. Clark does not handle the ball well, so the Knicks looking for the strip. Here's Clark. And Rice on the rebound.
I'm baffled as to why they would try to go to Clark one-on-one when Carter has a hot hand.
Jackson fired up a teardrop that was way off.
A full angle that time to try to utilize the bank shot.
So the Raptors with a 1-point lead. Here's Oakley. Charles Oakley. Charles now 3 of 4. He has 6 points. Has Charles now been prodded by Vince's mom, Michelle? Who took a shot at Charles for the remarks that he made about her son. He said, hey, look at the box score. Wait a second here.
All right. Oakman exuding a lot of confidence. Rice uncontested.
Randall Rice has tied the game at 18 as he hit from downtown. He's now 6 of 10 from three-point land.
He's been extraordinary off the bench, as Rice.
Oakley feeling it.
Yeah, Camby got up on it that time. Made him rush the shot.
Quick hands by Thomas on that rebound. Here comes Sprewell. Yes. Latrell Sprewell gives the Knicks a 20-18 lead.
So the Knicks have upped the tempo now. A little more running. They've also tightened up their defense as well.
A 9-2 run by the Knicks. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Childs with a nice pass for Clark. And the game is tied at 20. Lenny Wilkins getting set to insert. Bill Curry comes off the bench for instant offense. Mark Jackson felt that he was fouled, so that pass fell short.
Second turnover by Mark.
Childs
beating him off the dribble.
Clark.
Oh,
nice move.
Yeah, 2 consecutive hoops now for Clark in the paint.
Keon Clark goes 6'11", 220. Originally a first-round draft pick of Orlando. Spent time with Denver. Was acquired midway through the season from the Nuggets.
Childs creating havoc now with his quickness off the dribble. They have to keep him out of the paint.
Sprewell. Good move by Sprewell to free himself up, and we're tied at 22.
Yeah, both teams now manipulating in the paint area.
Yeah, Clark is the go-to guy here. Clark able to rebound.
This is what hurt the Knicks in the previous game. Second opportunity.
And Chris Childs again hits the 3.
And this time, Clark reciprocates. He has 2 baskets from Childs. This time he gets the rebound to find Childs from downtown.
Raptors now 3 for 3 from beyond that three-point line, and Childs has 2 of them. So the Raptors lead 25-22 with just under 1 minute left in the first.
Sprewell has made the last 2. He's very active now. Baseline move.
Oh, got the step. Beautiful head fake on Alvin Williams, who's He's upset with himself.
Yeah, very elusive now. It's Sprewell. Previously the jumper, then 10 feet away, he was in the paint, and that time wheeling along the baseline.
Sprewell with the last 6 points for the Knicks. He's 4 for 5. He has 9 for the game. Knicks down by 1.
Oakley now missed his last 3 attempts.
Here's Jackson pulling it back.
Thomas running over Williams that time, charged with the foul.
So the ball back to Toronto with 25 seconds remaining in this first quarter. A fella Harrington will come on for Kirk Thomas, who departs after picking up his second.
So Othello did not score the previous game.
He's been quiet also the last couple.
Yeah, tumultuous game for him with turnovers and fouls. Never got into the flow.
Raptors going to try to use most of the clock. There's a 1 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
No fouls to give for the Knicks.
Carter.
Nice dish off.
A beautiful pass and a foul on Harrington.
So Childs has been breaking down the G, and the Clark has a couple of baskets. This time Carter does the same thing to find Clark underneath. Oh, I see this 4 Knicks conversion on him. And Clark right there, so he'll go to the line for 2. Nice creativity by Vince.
Keon Clark, a shaky free throw shooter at 59% from the line.
Yeah, his forte though is rebounding and intimidating, but right now providing some offense. Oh.
Down to 4 seconds and counting. And time runs out. One quarter complete. Raptors with a 25-24 lead.
And the Knicks must shore up their interior D, especially their point guards. Keep Carter and Childs out of the paint area. Oh, an errant pass by the Raptors there. Oakley pushed over Van Gundy. Some shenanigans from the Oak man.
I'd like to take another look at that one. Were close quarters. Charles tried to intimidate the head coach. Charlie Ward has checked in for the first time, and that's his first shot. So Ward able to hit, and the Knicks now lead by 1.
Ward very inept the previous game, had a turnovers, air balls, and he's off to a good start now, switching his first shot.
And the foul is called. Let's take another look at Charles Oakley right here, and a little shove by Oakley.
He's being facetious, folks. He has a lot of respect for that man, Van Gundy. See, Jeff did not react.
Wait a second. Did Jeff take a flop on that one? Now, there's a lot of mutual respect there, actually. Yeah. Foul is called on a fella Harrington. It's an interesting way to show respect, but Charles does have a twisted sense of humor. Oh, there it is.
With Jeff,
little poke. It was more of a poke.
Yeah, Jeff's previous encounters, he does not want to get embroiled in that.
Harrington with his third in a hurry.
And that's what happened to him in the previous game. 3 fouls, 1 foul, no points.
How about 3 fouls in 1 minute of playing time?
He's going for the record. Fouling out.
Alvin Williams checking back in, replacing Chris Childs. So Williams in the backcourt with Curry, Carter up front with Oakley and Clark.
Good hands by the Knicks.
Here's Curry with the shot clock running down.
Good box out by Camby, keeping Clark away from him.
Harrington all protected. Counts and the foul. That was an excellent play by a fellow Harrington. He knew Keon Clark was right in his face. He's a terrific shot blocker, but was able to protect the ball and draw the foul.
Also, poor transition defense by the Raptors. The Knicks got the ball up quickly, and Harrington had excellent positioning, posting inside, able to capitalize. He's looking for one from the line as well.
Knicks now lead 28-25. Antonio Davis has checked back in.
Antonio in early foul.
Campbell with it. Superb play to get to that loose ball.
That's what the Knicks did not get second opportunities in the previous game.
And it's deflected out by Harrington. Crowd responding to the hustling, determined play of the Knicks. And you can hear the chant of defense. Sprewell defending on Carter. They make him give it up to Williams. And a foul is called. Antonio Davis is hit. It's a non-shooting foul.
Knicks playing hard, but not smart right now. One foul away from the penalty. We're early in the second quarter.
That foul on Ward.
Thomas already relegated to the bench with 2 fouls. Carter not looking to shoot the ball, shockingly, because he was off to a good start.
Here's Davis. Clark with the rebound, knocked away by Ward, and Campy is on it.
Clark, like most tall guys, brought the ball down, giving Ward an opportunity to knock it away.
Rice.
Knicks too zealous now. They've had opportunities, can't finish.
Del Curry getting some playing time here. Played only 7 minutes in game 4. Did not play much second half of the season. And a foul against the Knicks. That's 2 on Rice. And for the Knicks, their 15th foul. They go over the limit in 2 minutes and 12 seconds of the second quarter.
3 of those by Harrington, but the Raptors have been erratic from the line.
Raptors now 3 for 7 at the line. Carter's a 77% free throw shooter.
He's very relaxed up there. Nothing but net on both of those.
The Knicks lead is now 1. Ward played by Curry.
Obviously, Ward is quicker. She tried to use his quickness against Curry to break down the D.
Del Curry, 36 years old, his 15th season out of Virginia Tech. Nice pass. Camby drawing the contact. Foul is called on Clark, and Camby will shoot 2.
Good manipulation that time by the Knicks, opening up the court. Watch this, and then Camby's going to roll to the basket. So a good effort right there to free up Camby in the paint area.
And Marcus already with 5 rebounds. He had a total of 6 in games 2 and 4. There's no question. You just watch the body language of Marcus Camby, and he's very much into it here tonight in the first half.
Yep, very offensive minded, but the Knicks now not capitalizing on their opportunities. They've had second opportunities with their shots because of the good rebounding by Camby, but have been misfiring.
Knicks 29, Raptors 27. We're early in the second. Here's Curry with a quick release.
Knicks want to run. Good transition D by the Raptors. Rice has the mismatch.
Rice posting on Williams.
Williams shaking Rice now.
Carter. Time Camby came out on the switch. Good hustle by Jerome Williams, who just checked in, and it allowed Carter to get another opportunity, and Vince knocking down a 3. So the Raptors take a 30-29 lead, and Carter has 12 points.
And Williams was catalytic in the previous game with his hustle.
Ward coming up short.
There's Williams again on the run.
Alvin Williams stopped by Latrell Sprewell. Open shot for Alvin Williams. Alvin Williams has played well. He's in his 4th year out of Villanova, originally a second-round pick of the Trailblazers, traded to Toronto in that deal involving Damon Stoudemire and Kenny Anderson, and has emerged in the second half of the season and in the playoffs. Vince Carter off to a fast start. 4 of 6 from the field, 12 points. He's hit 2 of 2 from downtown, and he's continuing what we saw him produce in Game 4.
Yeah, infinite range on the jumper right there, tantalizing spree. Again, fading away along the baseline for the deuce. This time wheeling and dealing inside, eluding the triple team. So Carter coming off a playoff career high 32, igniting the Raptors now.
Allen Houston, who picked up 2 early fouls, not able to get into this one. He has sat for about 9.5 minutes. He's back on the floor now, replacing Latrell Sprewell. Sprewell leads with 9.
Jerome Williams is a catalyst right now, though. His rebounding has ignited the Raptors. Williams and Carter were the recipients of easy opportunities.
Williams, a very active player. Here's Harrington going at Williams.
Good hands by Carter to knock it away.
This is Alvin Williams handling. He's in the backcourt with Del Curry, Vince Carter up front with Jerome Williams and Antonio Davis. Curry nearly lost it. Shot clock is down to 6. Here's Jerome Williams.
Oh, spinning and winning.
Strong move by Jerome Williams.
And he showed some offensive prowess in the previous game. A similar move like that now, that's becoming a very effective move for him.
Jerome, a Georgetown guy in his 5th NBA season, acquired from the Detroit Pistons in the deal for Corliss Williamson. He'll be a free agent at the end of this season.
Houston trying to get untracked.
Allen Houston with his 2nd field goal. And the Raptors now lead 34-31.
Knicks are a good swarming defense now, but they are in the penalties, so they have to be careful with their fouls.
Carter looking to put moves on Houston. Well, that's a forced shot, but he is on fire. Vince Carter gives the Raptors a 36-31 lead. Carter has 14.
There's no defense for that type of shooter. He's fading away. A good bad shot shooter.
The call away from the ball on Thomas. Bennett Salvatore saying illegal pick. And for Kurt Thomas, that's number 3. And the Knicks are in foul trouble. 3 on Thomas, 3 on Harrington, 2 apiece on Houston and Rice.
Thomas now got a technical coming.
Not smart.
Yep.
5th and deciding game of a playoff series. You have to control it. I know it's difficult, particularly for a guy like Kurt Thomas, who has been, since he's been in the starting lineup, he's been more under control.
But when he's like this, he's a liability to the Knicks because he loses his focus. And that was not the prudent thing to do, using profanity to the official. He was compelled to give him a tap.
So the Raptors now lead at 37-31.
The Knicks in a little disarray now. The Raptors should try to capitalize. Disoriented Knick team.
Wild shot by Antonio Davis. And this, the biggest lead of the night. Raptors 39, the Knicks 31.
You can see that time no one came back to even inbound the ball for Ward.
Raptors in the midst of a 14-3 run.
Look at the stagnant Knicks standing around, no movement. 4 guys right there in your screen.
Sprewell lost it. Jump ball is called. Carter diving for it, so he will vie on the jump with Sprewell.
Knicks have a penchant to go in offensive stupors where sometimes they can go 6 or 7 minutes without a hoop. Van Gundy knows that he's very concerned now.
Meanwhile, the Raptors have hit their last 5 shots, and they're just controlling this ball game.
Seemingly toying with the Knicks right now. Williams uncontested.
Wide open shot for Alvin Williams, and another offensive rebound for Antonio Davis.
Rice not boxing him out. There's a double to backdoor.
And there's confusion now. Jerome Williams was wide open.
The Knicks not communicated. You can see they're disoriented on both ends now.
The Raptors up by 10, 5.5. Remaining in this first half, a disappointing start for the Knicks. And a foul is called. Jeff Van Gundy cannot be happy about what he has been watching in this First half, a 16-3 run now for the Raptors the last 5 minutes.
And watch this Swiss cheese D by the Knicks. No one sees Williams going between two Knicks for an uncontested dunk. So poor communication, no communication. The Knicks not a cohesive unit right now.
Slight edge for the Raptors off the boards, but on the offensive glass, that has been a factor.
Yeah, Antonio Davis dominating the offensive glass now.
Looking back at the previous 4 games in terms of offensive rebounds, it has been after game 1, all Toronto. Game 1 was the game that Marcus Camby was able to haul down 18 rebounds, and the Knicks did have control off the boards, but it's been a different story thus far here tonight. Raptors up by 10 points. Sprewell with a nice pass. So Marcus Camby has 7 points, and the Knicks trail by 8. Now, Toronto started the second quarter missing their first 5 shots. Since then, Clyde 6 for 7 from the field.
Right, because the Knicks are not communicating, so they've had opportunities in the paint. Right there, Carter thought he was fouled. Jackson.
Mark able to get it to Glenn Rice. Now Rice being played by Curry, trying to take advantage of a mismatch in his favor.
5-second violation.
5-second violation. What? Wait a moment. It was announced as a 5-second violation.
He stayed in the same area for
Well, that's a
5 seconds.
college rule.
Yeah,
Apparently the back. Apparently backing in, that's one you just don't see.
Carter again forcing up an errant shot. That's the Carter we saw early on in the series.
Oh, I see. That was the Mark Jackson rule, but we haven't seen that called in a while. Here's Rice for 3. That was to eliminate when Charles Barkley would back his way down, and Mark Jackson would do that. So that's apparently what it was.
Last 3 possessions, not good for the Raptors. That time a turnover. Previously, Carter forcing up ill-advised shots. Can the Knicks capitalize, though?
Sprewell.
No. Previously, Rice downtown was in and out. That shot short by Spree.
3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
Davis well rested in early foul woes. He's starting to erupt.
Antonio Davis going glass. That's his second field goal. He has 4. And Jeff Van Gundy takes a 20-second timeout. Raptors now up by 10. Let's take another look at the 5-second call on Glenn Rice. You'll see Rice backing, counting it out. That's 4. I don't know. It didn't seem. Ball was tipped.
And usually when you see that, Marv, they're on the low post.
Yeah, that's
not on the exterior like that.
Yeah, honestly, I was thrown by that because usually you're looking for that down low where
right.
Jackson or particularly Mark Jackson is backing his way down low, and that was not 5 seconds. But
plus he lost the ball. I mean, he was inside, lost the ball, had to come on the perimeter to get the ball. But that's indicative of how the Knicks have gone in here in the first half. Not much has gone their way.
In this third quarter, the Raptors have outscored the Knicks, I should say second quarter, 18-9. We have 3.5 remaining in this first half.
Last time the Knicks called a timeout, they ran a pick and roll play that worked perfectly. Sprewell finding Camby underneath with the dunk. Raptors can be aggressive. They have a foul to give.
Now Jackson handles against Curry. It's been a long run for the veteran Del Curry, who usually does not get this kind of playing time.
Charles waiting to come in now.
Houston going to work on Alvin Williams and hits. So Houston has 6 points, and the Knicks are down by 8.
Knicks have to be happy where they are right now. They played poorly, but still right in the game.
Just under 3 to go in the second quarter. Here's the double on Carter. Davis. Good box out by Rice to keep Jerome Williams off the boards.
Finally, Rice asserted himself on the glass. Continuity this time by the Knicks, but they are a perimeter team now. Nothing in the paint area.
Sprewell with the step. Latrell Sprewell to the left hand to bring the Knicks within 6.
Spree has been elusive all evening, utilizing his quickness and dexterity that time off the glass.
11 for Sprewell.
Now the momentum has shifted.
Canby comes outside to block the Vince Carter jump shot. That's his second rejection.
You can see the demeanor now. The Knicks team, they are different. The crowd exhorting them on as well.
Was that the game that several of you guys suggested plays to Ray Holzman?
Bradley suggested that offense.
But how many coaches would accept that from players?
Yeah, not many.
Right, Red said, hey, what do you think?
Yeah. Red was like that. He was very receptive.
All right, the Raptors now lead 43-37 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Carter, what a move! A look away, he was about to give it up, took the shot. Carter has 16, and the Raptors now lead 45-37.
His extraordinary leaping ability allows him to do that, to soar in the air and to figure out what he wants to do.
Camby taking that lob, had to return it. Here's Houston.
Yeah, AD finally gets a goaltend call.
So the basket counts. Allen Houston with the field goal.
Watch Carter. Watch the hang time, folks. He's going to look to dish it off, and right at the last minute, shoots the shot. And Houston has been magnificent with his shooting. Previously, we saw one we thought was a goaltend, and he got away with it, but not that time.
That's a break for the Knicks. That shot looks short. 6-point Raptor lead, minute and a half remaining in the first half. Antonio Davis. And the good save by Sprewell. Glenn Rice with the ball and flipping a run. Mark Jackson going for the more conservative route.
Knicks have been resilient. They have been down by 10 a couple of times. Looked like they were in trouble. Have been able to come back with some good shooting.
Sprewell, yes. Nice fake by Sprewell. The ball fake against Carter. The Knicks are within 4. Sprewell has 13. The Raptors have led by as many as 10, but a good finish to the second quarter by the Knicks. Foul on Houston. That's 3 on Houston.
Knicks have been in the penalty since the early 10 minutes remaining in this quarter, so Alvin Williams at the line.
Williams is 75% free throw shooter. Well, coming up, the Tri-State Jeep halftime report. There is only one Jeep, and it's only at the Tri-State Jeep dealer. Bill Daughtry will be at the desk to bring you up to date on what is going on in the world of sports. Al Troutwig, Johnny Hoops, John Andres will have a look back at the first half highlights. 53 seconds to go in the half. And the Raptors now lead 47-41. Charlie Ward is back, so Ward and Jackson now at the guards. Jerome Williams doing a good job against Glenn Rice, and now the foul is called.
Raptors had one to give, so it'll be none shooting. Adjacent to the Raptors bench, Jackson will inbound for the Knicks.
Jerome Williams at 6'9", at 200 pounds and long arms, very tough defender. Foul on Child, so that puts Toronto over the limit.
Yeah, some folly by the Raptors that time. 2 quick fouls. And that time, Spree with his back to the basket, 15 feet away, not a threat. Imprudent foul by Childs.
Sprewell to the line for the first time is a 78% free throw shooter.
Very vivacious Sprewell tonight, elusive off the dribble. Also has had the good range previously on Carter, drilling one along the baseline. I think now, Marv, unequivocally, he's the team leader. In the locker room, on the court, in the press.
He has emerged. I put Larry Johnson in that category, but he obviously has been sidelined with the back injury.
Good creativity by Carter.
Williams not able to hit. However, rebounded. Jerome Williams on the Alvin Williams miss converts, and the Raptors up by 6.
What happens on that play? That time Ward had Williams underneath, and Williams just mauled him, taking the ball away from him, making the shot.
Final seconds, first half.
That happens when you play a swarming defense like the Knicks are doing. You're vulnerable to those second opportunities.
Here's Ward for 3. Bad start to the second quarter for the Knicks, but they are able to turn it around and trail by 6. And the Raptors are up 49-43 at halftime. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
So right now they're in dire straits. The first 5 minutes are always crucial in the third quarter.
It is Raptor ball as this third quarter gets underway. Toronto 49, the Knicks 43. Toronto opening up with Williams and Childs in the backcourt. Carter throwing the double up front with Oakley and Davis. Here's Childs. Stopped by Jackson, but finds Davis. Beautiful pass. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Childs has created havoc all night with the dribble penetration and dish. So that time AD with the good stuff.
That's the 4th assist for Chris Childs.
Good continuity here by the Knicks. They haven't had that all evening. But normally when the Knicks start out in the first quarter and the third, they're focused on moving the ball, moving themselves. But as the game progresses, they become stagnant.
Knicks have 7 on the shot clock. Down to 3. Jackson. Yes. Jackson. Mark Jackson with a 2. And it brings the Knicks within 6.
The Raptors very methodical, not in a hurry, opening up the court, seeing what the Knicks are going to do, making them double and then reverse the ball.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Alvin Williams. It counts and the foul. That's a 3 plus the free throw.
This is exactly how they looked in game 4. Cool, calm, collected, methodical, and lethal shooting. Williams right there swishing at Houston, the ill-advised foul. And this young man on the threshold, especially in this series, only averaged like 9 points a game in the regular season, has had a playoff high of 23 in one game.
Now they say that he had a foot on the line. It's a 2 plus, so it's a 3-point play for Alvin Williams, and Allen Houston picks up his 4th foul. Raptors by 9, a minute and a half gone by in the third quarter. Jackson. Mark Jackson very offensive-minded here tonight.
So Mark has made his last 2 now.
The Raptor lead is 7. Chris Childs has done a good job once again, as has Alvin Williams.
Oakman uncontested.
He's had a lot of open shots. 8 points for Oakley, and the Raptors have come out on fire here in the third quarter.
Thomas reluctant to get out on Oakley that time.
Foul on Childs. That's his second. Knicks opening this second half with Jackson and Houston at the guards. Camby, Thomas, Sprewell up front. Houston posting. Nice move by Allen Houston. So 10 points for Houston, who's been in foul trouble throughout the night. And Jeff Van Gundy is staying with Allen despite the 4 fouls.
Yeah, he's compelled to stay with them right now. Knicks need offense. Good bound by Jackson.
Oakley way off on that shot. Knicks have hit their first 3 shots here in the third. Make it 4 out of 4. And the Knicks are down 56-51.
Lenny Wilkins looks like he might want to talk to his team now. Carter inside, mauling the Knicks. A lot of contact, no foul call. We mentioned the hang time of Carter. That time again, leaping in the air, trying to create, but an ill-advised shot.
Sprewell. Latrell able to free himself up, but off on that shot. Here's Alvin Williams with the step. Lost it. Went down. Here's Thomas, and a foul is called. It was a foul on Charles Oakley as he took the hit. He was trying to create the offensive foul.
But watch Childs. Childs is the culprit. Watch him flop on the play. Right there. See, he flops. Oakley they have to go back and try to get Houston. That gave Thomas the opening that he needed. The flop right there. AD had to get on Houston. Kurt used his quickness to get into the paint to get to the line.
Kurt Thomas very quiet, playing with 3 fouls at the line for the first time. That's his 5th point, along with 4 rebounds.
And again, the resolve of these Knicks. The Raptors very methodical, coming out, good perimeter shooting, getting uncontested shots. Again, had the lead, but now the Knicks on their rampage.
So the Knicks are down by 3. It's the 5th and final game of this series between the Knicks and Toronto. The only first-round series that is still going. The winner will go up against Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers beginning Sunday in Philly. Here's Childs. That was a 3-point attempt. Oakley, Charles Oakley able to dig it loose and hit, and the Raptors back to the 5-point advantage.
And Oakley very aware that the ball did not hit the rim, so he had to beat the shot clock. So profound thinking by Oakley, and hustle as well off the glass.
Sprewell.
Good hustle right there by Carter to deny Thomas.
Now Davis working on Thomas.
Oakley's inside.
Draws the foul. It's on Camby.
Oakley just hustle and muscle now. So let's take a look at the rugged grand tour of the Oakman. Watch the ball. You see it doesn't hit the rim, so Oakley knows he has to get it up quickly to beat the shot clock, and he does right there. And then this time getting inside of Camby to draw the foul, so he's looking for 2 from the line.
Charles Oakley in his 3rd season with Toronto, following 10 years as a New York Knick, a fixture in New York after spending 3 years with the Bulls.
See what happens to Carter right there. Like he got punched in the eye.
Charles missing both.
Davis had the rebound and lost it.
Oakley's been shooting well at the line. He was 84% during the regular season.
The Raptors are woeful tonight, though.
Off the steal, here comes Alvin Williams. Oakley able to avoid Houston.
Poor spacing that time. The Raptors had numbers, and they could only come up with a 15-foot shot.
Charles Oakley's been firing away. That is his 12th field goal attempt. He's 5 for 12. He has 10 points.
So that time Oakley did not use his legs, shooting with his arms.
Thomas, good look from Camby, who was about to release the jumper, and they saw Kurt Thomas have the possession.
Yeah, he was 3 feet away in the paint. So excellent move by Kurt.
4th assist for Camby, and the Raptor lead is now 3. Charles Oakley has actually taken more shots than Vince Carter. Carter on the drive. Been a very strong game for Vince Carter. He now has 18.
He's a master of improvisation that time, wheeling and dealing off the glass along the baseline.
And Jeff Van Gundy takes a timeout. 6:42 to go in the third quarter. The Raptors 60, the Knicks 55. 6:42 remaining in the third, and the Raptors lead the Knicks 60-55. The winner will move on to the Eastern Conference semifinal series against the Sixers. Sprewell lost it. Houston on the recovery, and Davis with the rebound. It's a Raptor team that went 47-35 during the regular season. The number 5 seed, a game behind the Knicks. Vince Carter has played a magnificent game. Not forcing the issue, looking for people, very similar to what took place in Game 4 in Toronto.
Right, showing the full repertoire. That time the post-up game, 8 feet away.
Here's the double on Houston. Jackson, Camby. It's a 5-point Raptor lead.
The Raptors undaunted, though. The Knicks can't stop them on this end. So the Knicks are renowned for their defensive prowess. They have to rise to the occasion now.
Carter with the runner. Last touch by the Knicks.
Good job by AD keeping it away from Camby and Houston. So let's take a look at the double team. See Carter right there. There's the double inside AD underneath, and they have it there. Oh yeah, nice pick and roll.
Basketball count, but a foul is called.
So the Raptors now will know that the Knicks are compelled to double team Carter. And so prudent movement of the basketball that time to find a man inside is none shooting though.
Foul on Camby, his third. Raptors 62, Knicks 57. Here's the double on Carter, so Davis takes it to the rim and draws the foul.
A very cohesive Raptor team right now.
That's 4 on Camby. Beautiful pick and roll off the double team right here.
Right there, no hesitation. And you can tell they've been coached this way, that when Carter's double team, immediately go to the basket.
Raptors now by 6. Camby, as you see with the 4, will head to the bench. Glenn Rice will come on. So Kurt Thomas is now the center, and the Knicks going with a small lineup.
And they've been mauled on the glass with the big lineup, so the Knicks could be in dire straits on the glass here, especially the offensive glass without Camby in the game.
Antonio Davis had missed his previous 2 at the line. Strong game, though, for Davis. That's point number 8, along with 8 rebounds, has a block shot. Raptors up by 7. Jerome Williams getting set to check back in. Jerome had a good run in the first half. Houston going down. He's trying to set a pick. And Rice is stopped. Good defense by the Raptors. Ball away from the ball. Looks like a hold on Thomas. Yes, that's his 4th. The Knicks are now over the foul limit, so Davis will head to the line. Right here, let's check in with Bill Daughtry at the desk.
Antonio Davis at the line, 2 shots.
All right, thanks, Bill. 4 fouls apiece now on Thomas, Houston, and Camby, so the Knicks are in big trouble. Othello Harrington will check in, replacing Kurt Thomas. We have 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and the Raptors have that lead back up to 8. They've led by as many as 10.
You can tell, folks, these Raptors are not going away. They are not going to choke tonight. The Knicks really can't get pressure on them.
Raptors playing with a lot of poise. You flash back to what took place last year when the Knicks swept the Raptors in the playoffs, but this a much improved Toronto team. Made a series of deals that have added to the bench.
And the Knicks can't get second opportunities. 1 and out for them. Every time down, the Raptors running a play, looking for the double to reverse the ball.
Here's Davis. Nice move going right at Harrington, and the Raptors now lead 68-57.
Again, the stagnation by the Knicks on both ends, not communicating, not helping defensively.
Biggest lead of the game for Toronto, and the Knicks are coming apart.
Well, we saw this in the first half. Knicks discombobulated, and now they're back in another stupor here.
And we're hearing some boos from the crowd. It's the Knicks that have been rattled here in the third quarter.
Isolation violation charged to Toronto of the New York Ball.
And an isolation violation against the Raptors. We've had a couple of calls we rarely see. That means 4 players on one side of the court. In fact, Len is the 4th head coach in the 5-year history of this franchise. Last year they went 45-37, finished 3rd in the Central. That the best season in Raptor franchise history until this year, and they were able to surpass that record by 2 games.
Right, Lenny, the winningest coach in the history of the game, was not a surprise. When he played as a player, he was a coach on the floor, and actually was a player coach for a couple of teams.
In the days where owners would look to save money and they go for the player-coach combo, loose ball foul. And it's on Jerome Williams. You know, Clyde, you look back just a couple of years ago, this franchise had a record of 16-66, so they have come a very long way.
Thanks to Carter. Carter energized the franchise.
And some good moves by the general manager, Glenn Grunwald.
And we saw in game 2, folks, lackluster Knick team, in disarray, disoriented, stagnant, and now we see a similar scenario right now. There's no pizzazz by this group.
And the crowd is trying to get them going. This is, well, right from the start, Jeff Van Gundy has discussed this on many an occasion. It's not a very emotional ball club. Marcus Camby usually supplies it. And sometimes Latrell Sprewell when he is showing the fiery side of his personality. Here's Davis.
Game very physical now. A lot of contact, no fouls being called. The Knicks can't get any first shot opportunities down and no second opportunities at all.
Kurt Thomas getting set to check back in despite the 4 fouls.
Look where the Knicks started their offense, 30 feet away.
Sprewell, offensive foul. He was frustrated, had nowhere to go, and Alvin Williams took the hit.
But watch the Raptor defense, what they're doing to the Knicks, forcing them on the perimeter. Watch this, you started your offense 30 feet away. So it's very difficult to try to manipulate inside, as Spree was doing then. Conversely, watch the Raptors now. They're within that 15-foot range. They want the double team to come and then reverse the ball to the open man.
Carter trying to shake off Sprewell and gives it up. Childs, Chris Childs continues to hurt the Knicks. An 8-0 run for the Raptors. Childs now 3 of 5. He has 8 points in this one. On the verge of getting away. It's a 13-point Raptor lead with 2.5 to go. Offensive foul on the Knicks. That's number 5 on Houston.
So you see the crowd remaining faithful to their heroes, trying to ignite them now.
The Knicks have not scored in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Crowd's been terrific. Knicks have not responded.
It's been a brilliant game by Carter, folks. He's been very composed out there, drawing a double team, dishing to the open man, letting the game come to him.
Antonio Davis, Glenn Rice with the rebound. It's a 13-point Toronto lead as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the third. Good job by Davis fronting Thomas. Ward now working the point. Crowd wanted a foul. Sprewell was run into by Alvin Williams. Shot clock at 4. Here's Rice. Gets the roll. Raptors 70, Knicks 59. And for the Knicks, their first bucket, their first points in 4 minutes of play. Childs, nice fake. Davis with the rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Raptors.
And a new shot clock to go with it. The Raptors have been very patient offensively.
Childs.
He didn't want to shoot it. Shot it off the wrong foot.
Thomas with the rebound.
Childs wanted to go baseline. They closed it off. Was forced to put up the shot.
Thomas trying to draw the foul.
Yeah, they're not giving up those fouls. The game has been very physical tonight.
8-1 edge on the offensive glass for the Raptors. We come up on a minute left in the third.
Carter should use his quickness against Rice.
Trying to go baseline. Offensive foul. So Glenn Rice played him perfectly.
And also Harrington coming to help with the double team. Watch Rice denied at baseline. Carter obviously running over. No doubt about that call. Very blatant foul right there.
Carter called for his third.
Charlie Ward, silent night. See if Ward can break down the D to give the Knicks some easy opportunities.
Rice being played by Carter. They clear it out. Now Sprewell.
There's Williams with the double.
Rice for three. Air ball. Harrington with the shot clock running down. And it's a 24-second violation.
24-second violation.
Let's check in with Al Troutwell.
Marv, during that last time out, a very emotional Jeff Van Gundy pointed at Charlie Ward, who was wearing his warm-ups, and said, "You take control of this team." So far, it hasn't worked out.
All right, Al, we have 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Raptors with a 70-59 lead.
Look at Harrington slowing up the game, lacing his shoe. The official accommodating him right now.
Yes, usually they do not wait.
Right, that long.
Del Curry is back.
See Carter giving the ball up instantaneously.
Jerome Williams kicks it out. Alvin Williams played physically by Charlie Ward. Kept alive by the Raptors. Final seconds. Carter thought time was running down. There's still 5 seconds to go. Here comes Ward. Ward with the runner. For Jeff Van Gundy, it has come down to this. His team is down by 11. Optimists for the Knicks would point out that the Knicks have come back 10 times this year when trailing by double digits. Well, here is the ultimate test tonight.
If they're going to get back, it's going to be Spree and Camby and Houston not in the game right now to lead them back. So those three guys have been prolific in the previous games.
Shot clock at 5. Once again, the Knicks are having difficulty locating a shot, and Rice lost it.
Carter displaying excellent hands again. Second time he's knocked the ball away. Now he wants the ball.
Beautiful pass from Carter. Jerome Williams draws the foul.
And I paid homage, and we paid homage to Carter tonight for a superb game. And that time you saw the splendid pass to find Williams along the baseline.
This is the way the Raptors would love to see Vince Carter playing game in and game out. Did not do it earlier in the series, but when he's looking for other people, not looking just to take those jumpers and shows the entire repertoire, he's one of the great players in the game.
Yep. Those kudos are deserved, and he's living up to that reputation tonight.
Kurt Thomas was called on the foul as 5th.
And again, the Knick defense, folks, cannot get pressure on these Raptors. Splendid passing, movement. So they've been poetry in motion on the offense.
Jerome Williams, for the second straight game, has been a factor for Toronto. It's a 12-point Raptor lead. And again, the crowd trying to rev the Knicks on. Nothing going at the offensive end. Sprewell able to take it to the rim.
amazingly eluding 4 Raptors on his way to the hoop. AD there too, and Williams, good shot blockers, could not deny Spree that time.
Raptors up by 10 with a minute gone by in the fourth.
But the Knicks' best offense usually is their defense. Maybe they're tightening it up now.
Ward for Campbell.
And a foolish foul. Camby already rising for the shot.
Antonio Davis and Kurt Thomas having words. And the official, Bennett Salvatore, able to break it up.
The Knicks been energized now. Crowd, half of them on their feet applauding that play by Camby. Right there, he's already rising for the hoop. Williams overzealous, so sending Camby to the line to shoot one as well. Charlie Ward getting into the paint, give Marcus an easy opportunity.
Foul on Jerome Williams, his third.
Now the crowd is abuzz.
I can't recall the Knicks scoring consecutive field goals in some time. So 4 straight points put together by the Knicks, and they're now down by 8.
Crowd wants some defense, and that's what's been lacking in their game tonight. Look at the movement. Look at the passing by the Raptors.
Shot clock at 4. Carter, he was open, and Childs found him.
Yep, timely hooping, sweet dishing that time by Childs.
That's 7 assists for Chris Childs, 22 points for Vince Carter. 10-point Raptor lead.
Excellent post-up by Rice, intimidated there.
It counts out the foul. Kurt Thomas with the bucket.
And again, the junkyard dog overzealous. Previously fouled Camby, now sending Thomas to the line for a 3-point opportunity.
That's 4 for Jerome Williams.
Watch Rice, excellent position, but a little intimidated right here. He got a hand in his face. Kurt right there, the recipient. See Williams on his knees. See trying to block the shot. Got a piece of Thomas' head. Watch Childs, a quick dish, drawing the double. Carter, potent shooter all evening right there from 15 feet away.
Lenny Wilkins sending on Charles Oakley. Oakley reports back, replacing Del Curry.
Oakley's had a long rest, so he should be well rested now.
3-point play for Thomas. Thomas hanging in, playing with the 5 fouls. Raptors 73, Knicks 66. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Rice causing that turnover. Childs says, my fault.
Childs had 5 turnovers the previous game. A ghastly pass that time. The Knicks will take it, though. They have it in the front court.
Second turnover tonight for Childs. Knicks showing some signs now. Sprewell.
Carter's D has been excellent on him. Again, forcing a turnover. Carter's displaying good hands, and another errant pass by the Raptors.
So the ball back to the Knicks, trying to take advantage of yet another Toronto turnover. Ward, bad pass, and they give it right back.
A ball of confusion now by both teams.
18 turnovers committed by the Knicks.
And that's what they had the previous game, giving up 20 points.
Sprewell, Childs is back. Here's Sprewell giving it up.
Lord reluctant to shoot.
And that slows the break. Sprewell for 3. And the Raptors want to take it over. The Knicks are within 4 of a 10-2-1 timeout call by Toronto. But remember, the Knicks in foul trouble. Kurt Thomas has 5. Allen Houston has 4, as does, Houston has 5, and Camby has 4. Harrington with 3.
And also remember, too, folks, the Knicks are not in the lead, so they have the momentum, but they must get the lead.
Here's Carter.
Raptors showing some nerves now.
Off the save. It carries out of bounds. It will be Nick Ball.
That time Carter 15 feet away, a little hesitant, all by himself. So the Knicks have it in the backcourt.
Charlie Ward handling against Chris Childs. Sprewell. Sprewell is the go-to guy right here. Oh, the steal by Thomas. Kurt Thomas off the steal. Brings the Knicks within 2.
Oakley had the ball, lost it. Kurt able to capitalize with the 8-foot jumper. The Knicks could not get pressure on the Raptors. They were very composed, unflappable, but look at them now.
And Carter lost it off his foot.
Now they're feeling the heat. This capacity crowd on their feet.
The Knicks are within 2. 4 minutes gone by. In the fourth quarter, the Raptors with their 4th turnover in this fourth quarter.
And memories are made of this, folks, if the Knicks can come back.
Sprewell gives it up. Ward.
See Carter, like he hurt his hand there. No time to rest on that, though. These Raptors not showing much fortitude right now.
Chant of defense from this capacity crowd. Childs. Hamby with the rebound. Good box out against Oakley. And again, the Knicks with the ball down by just 2.
Sprewell has been the catalyst, so they should feature him. Let him try to create off the dribble.
Charlie Ward. A lot of dribble by Charlie Ward and then try to hit on the scoop. Carter for 3. Vince Carter from downtown, and the Raptors lead 76-71.
That's the thing about runs. When you get one, you got to try to tie the score and get back in the game. So timely hooping by Carter downtown, frustrating the Knicks again.
The Knicks down by as many as 13. They have been able to come within 2. Allen Houston checking back in. He's playing with 5 fouls.
Houston has not proven throughout the regular season that he can play when in foul trouble.
Charlie Ward from downtown to bring the Knicks within 2. Ward has been very quiet.
A reluctant shooter early on, but now looking for his offense.
Here's Carter. And a foul is called. If it's Camby, it's number 6.
Camby and Houston have not proven throughout the season they can play within foul woes like that.
Curtis playing with 5. Houston has 5.
The Raptors have regained their composure now.
Alvin Williams extends to a 78-74 lead. So the Knicks are now going with Ward at the point. Houston, the shooting guard, Sprewell, Thomas, and Rice up front.
Again, the Knicks too far away trying to set up their offense. Look at them, 24 feet away.
And we've seen this on a number of occasions tonight. Now Sprewell one-on-one with Childs to try to draw the foul. Did not get the call.
Yep. We got a break there. The flop by Childs in vain.
78-76. Raptors 5.5 remaining in the fourth, 5th and deciding game of this opening round series. The Knicks digging themselves a hole. They've come from way back. They've trailed by as many as 13. Here's Alvin Williams again, this time from three-point land.
They're dishing and swishing now. Moving the ball prudently around to find the open man. That time Williams.
Alvin Williams in his 4th NBA season out of Villanova. Now has 14. Sprewell able to surge to the rim. And the Raptor lead is cut back to 3.
And the Raptors that time dropping their heads. Nobody looking up. Looked like that took a little momentum out of them.
Sprewell has 26. 9 of the 26 here in the fourth. Childs with the step and struck from behind by Ward.
Childs has been turnover prone. So the Knicks, a valiant effort. They've shown character, fortitude to get back in the game, but still the Raptors will not relinquish the lead.
The main concern of the Knicks has to be foul trouble. They've already lost Houston is playing with the 5. Carter forcing with the shot clock running down, although he did have some more time.
Yeah, good bodying up to him by Spree, breaking his momentum. Carter looked like he was hit in the eye.
Sprewell looking to use the pick. Sprewell.
Carter again with the good hands.
Sprewell for 3. And Childs on the rebound.
Knicks can't get that one hoop to get them over the hump. Previously, Ward had a three-pointer would have tied the game. He misfired.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the 4th. Williams.
Oh, slick move by Williams. Couldn't finish.
Well, the Knicks with another opportunity to cut into that Toronto lead. It's a 3-point advantage for the Raptors. Thomas setting the pick.
And there's the roll.
Thomas goes last to bring the Knicks within 1.
Now the Raptors under duress.
Carter gives it up. Childs.
Duke.
Well, Chris Childs passed on the 3 and hit the 2. 10 points for Childs. Raptors 83 and the Knicks 80.
Knicks man-to-man defense has not been that tough. The double teams are good, but they have to show up the man-to-man.
Rice, he's been off.
Sprewell hustles for the foul.
What a play by Sprewell, but not able to convert. Latrell able to slither his way inside.
And then rushed it up and missed the shot.
We're down to 3 minutes remaining in the 4th.
Raptors back into their continuity.
Antonio Davis and Kurt Thomas got a piece of it. That's a big bucket. Raptors lead 85-80.
Davis 11 feet away, spinning along the baseline.
14 points, 10 rebounds for Antonio Davis.
You mentioned the Knicks can't get that basket to get him over the hump. Previously, splendid effort by Spree. Hustling to get the rebound, missed the shot.
Houston. And he took a knee from Alvin Williams. 13th foul on the Raptors. Knicks also have 3. And a timeout is called.
Chris Childs, one of the catalysts. So the splendid passing has continued throughout the game. The good continuity to Duke right there by Childs to get inside and can the 16-footer. And then Antonio Davis, 6'9", 235 pounds, spinning from Kurt Thomas along the baseline right there, frustrating the Knicks.
Dramatic music on the sound system. They're pulling out all the stops here. Standing ovation from this crowd to try and urge the Knicks on. You see timeouts remaining 2 apiece. Each team has 1 foul to give. It's Knick ball as we resume. Raptors with the 5-point edge. Sprewell straight down the lane and counts in for foul.
Mesmerizing penetration by Spree. He's been eluding 3 or 4 Raptors. Watch this. Williams, he goes through. Right there, Childs the matador D. And then the denial by the Oak man. Childs right there should have stepped up. Oakley hits him. If you're going to foul a guy, make sure he doesn't make the basket. So the Knicks have been able to try to complete 3-point opportunities like Spree has here.
12 of his 29. In the 4th quarter, the Knicks are within 2.
The Raptors are stubborn. They will not give up this lead.
Childs working on Ward. Miscommunication between Carter and Childs. 5 turnovers by Toronto here in the 4th quarter. Sprewell working on Carter. Sprewell not able to tie the game.
He rushed it at the last moment.
This crowd ready to explode had that shot gone down. A minute and 45 to go in the 4th quarter.
Carter duping along the baseline. Oh, that's way off.
Oh, nearly got the roll, and they get another opportunity.
Antonio Davis again with the carom.
Down to a minute and a half remaining in the 4th.
Carter with the mismatch on Ward. Shoots over the top.
Carter on the follow. Vince Carter able to come up with a loose ball, and the Raptors now lead 87-83. Carter has 27.
Second opportunities hurting the Knicks. Previously, AD getting a second opportunity, then Carter hustling inside.
Timeout called. And just a moment ago, Vince Carter taking control and able to get to a couple of loose balls. And this, we may look back at this as a very critical sequence.
Well, what's happening, he has Ward, so he has the mismatch. He know he can shoot over Ward, so he's going to penetrate to the basket. And then watch the supreme effort. Just held good to get the rebound. Run between the Knicks right there to get the rebound and the hoop.
Van Gundy taking a timeout. Knicks down by 4.
Sprewell, the only Knick with the knack right now. So they're going to deny him. They won't let him beat him.
And Rice has not had the touch. But a very poor shooting performance by Rice. He is now 2 of 9 from the field. 1 minute remaining in the fourth.
Conversely, the Raptors, they have a lot of shooters. Everybody on the court right now, but Oakley has been efficient with their shooting.
And now the Raptors using the clock in no hurry. Oh, Williams lost control. Shot clock down to 3. Here's Williams. Oh, enormous field goal for Alvin Williams to extend to an 89-83 lead with 40 seconds remaining. Bad exchange between Ward and Houston.
Knicks compelled a foul, so Williams will go to the line for 2. Well, they had one to give. Did they?
Yes, that's the 4th team foul, so that was the foul to give. Raptors up by 6 with 33 and 9/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. It would take a dramatic turn here on the part of the Knicks to pull this one out. Still lots of time remaining.
They have Brunson probably come in to give a foul. Houston has 5 fouls, cannot give a foul, so they bring in Brunson perhaps to give the foul. Like in the old days, Marvin. Mike Reardon coming in to give one.
So that, if Brunson is able to find a Raptor to foul, will put them on the line again for 2 more with a 6-point lead. We'll be right back. The Toronto Raptors are on the brink of stunning the Knicks in this 5th and final game of this opening round series. Raptors have 1 timeout left. Knicks with 1 remaining. The next foul for each club puts them over the limit. Philadelphia 76ers waiting in the wings. And a big bucket right here by Alvin Williams.
Carter, omnipresent as he's been all evening, coming up with the loose ball. Williams, the uncontested shot.
16 points for Alvin Williams. Now, Travis Knight has also checked in. These are all give a foul type moves by Jeff Van Gundy.
Right away. Give a foul immediately.
Travis Knight told by the official Steve Javie to give Charles Oakley more room. All right, here it is, and Williams is fouled by Alvin Williams, upset with Charlie Ward. Felt Ward was a bit too aggressive. So Williams will go to the line. Knight called for the foul. Williams 5 for 5 from the free throw line and a 75% foul shooter.
And this kid given the reins once Jackson was traded to the Knicks, and he's responded magnificently. Only averaged 9 points a game in the regular season, well above that in these playoffs.
The Raptors up by 7. They have led most of the way, led by as many as 13. The Knicks cut it down to 2 on a couple of occasions with 2 minutes 28 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter was 85-83. The Knicks had several opportunities but were not able to convert.
Because of the resolve of these Raptors, hanging tough at the Garden, hostile environment, they would not relinquish the lead.
30 seconds remaining. And the foul is called.
That's foolish.
Yes, it's not a foul Lenny Wilkins was looking for.
Remember, he did that in game 1, didn't he? He fouled someone.
Yes.
Williams, yeah.
Bad foul.
Yeah, and this one here, you don't want to stop the clock at this stage of the game. That's the only hope the Knicks have.
Sprewell will go to the line. Last year's playoffs, the Knicks swept the Raptors in 3. The Raptors seeking to win their first ever playoff series. The last time that the Knicks lost in the first round was 10 years ago. Michael Jordan and the Bulls sending the Knicks home.
Yep, they've been a very efficient unit.
Only 28 seconds remaining.
Spree missing that one on purpose.
Trying to get to the rebound. Well, they get the rebound. Now need a quick shot. Houston for 3. Sprewell for Rice. Again from downtown. That's off. And fires it out. This looks like the old days of the ABA as Sprewell shoots the 3. Time is running out on this 2000-2001 season. Allen Houston knocks one down. It's 91-86. We're final seconds. The foul is given by Sprewell, but the Toronto Raptors will go on to defeat the New York Knicks here at Madison Square Garden and advance to face the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference semifinal series.
And the crowd is stunned. There's still some are standing, some are sitting looking bewildered as Oakley goes to the line for 2.
Well, Clyde, you look back at this Knicks season, an inconsistent club throughout, and perhaps a microcosm of that, a very inconsistent, erratic performance here tonight.
Yep, you never know which team will show up. But I did not expect this tonight. I thought the Knicks would prevail in this game. But give credit to the Raptors, especially Vince Carter. He rose to the occasion, helping his teammates play better tonight.
93-86 the score. Here's Houston. They'll let him take the shot with time running down. He hits it again. This is academic. It's a 3 for Allen Houston, and that is it. The Toronto Raptors celebrate as they have defeated the New York Knicks 93-89 to take the series 3-2 and move on to go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. The season has come to an end for the Knicks. The Knicks, who finished 48-34 during the regular campaign, 4th in the East, finishing in front of the Raptors. So they had the home court advantage, but were not able to cash in on that.
Right. Normally, when you get that first game, that's the telling blow. So the Knicks were able to get the first game here. And then all the adversity in game 2, stunned Knick team, giving the Raptors some confidence, winning their first playoff game ever from the Knicks.
For a series.
Yeah, for a series, right. The Knicks have won 4 consecutive games. And this team dominated the Knicks in the regular season, winning 3 out of 4. Coming into the playoffs, looked like the Knicks had their number again, but Carter, very maligned superstar early on in the series, but he was brilliant the last 2 games.
Vince finishes with 27-11 for 21, showing the entire repertoire tonight. 6 rebounds, also 3 assists. Marcus Camby played well. Made his return in game 4 on Wednesday, only his 3rd game in 22 days, and struggled the other night. 4 points, 4 rebounds. Foul trouble. His timing was off after missing game 3 to deal with his family's hostage crisis. For the Knicks, the offense was Latrell Sprewell, 29 for Sprewell. Certainly a happy night for former Knick Chris Childs, who did damage with 10 points, 9 assists. So the Knicks shoot 51% from the field and lose because of second chance points and the work off the offensive glass by the Raptors. Raptors win at 93-89. The Knicks season is over. We'll be right back.
Vindication. That and relief are the first two emotions that come to mind when a team makes its first big step into the limelight. It was all over Vince Carter's face as he walked off the floor at Madison Square Garden after the Raptors' 93-89 win over the Knicks in Game 5. Team cohesiveness was the key in Toronto's first playoff series win. Carter led the team with 27 points in Game 5. Antonio Davis had his fourth double-double in the series, while Alvin Williams averaged 17.4 points and 4 assists in the 5 games. In knocking out the Knicks, New York's earliest exit in 10 years, the Raptors established themselves as one of the Eastern Conference's top young contenders, and they would fly to Philadelphia for round 2 with a new sense of confidence. They were now playing with nothing to lose and the expectation to win.